Achtung und willkommen till Deutsche Review. I don't know why I started with that kind of a silly start, but hey, this is what Rauta is all about, not making metal too serious, yet making it very, very serious. Ketzer is a band from Germany that is kind of hard to put in a given label, box or whatnot these days. Previously related more or less to bands such as Disaster from Germany also, or Destroyer 666, for being kind of a black trash, whatever, hybrid. Now they have taken a new step with an album called Cloud Collider, out on 12th of April 2019. And here is the album in question. A nice looking digipack released by Metal Blade, as you can see, really nice in design, not much underneath here to see. Anyhow, this is how it looks like. Then we obviously have the booklet, which is not your typical black and white boredom, but more, say, kind of a stylish, more kind of a band's unique style. But the big question remains, what is Cloud Collider all about if it's different from the previous albums? And that's kind of a tough cookie to crack, to be honest, because I think while Ketzer is still messing around with those genres, black metal, a little bit death metal, a little bit thrash metal maybe, it's not purely none of these. It's not exactly even pure modern metal if we take a look at that from certain angles. So what is it then? Some people might call it kind of a post-metal, but even that wouldn't be quite right in order to just give you a feeling what this album is all about. Rather, this is kind of a hybrid that uses different kind of elements, ingredients if you will, from various sources, using the past experience of the band and then blending in something, say, rather modern. Now, this is what makes this album very, very fascinating, in fact. The thing is, it sounds familiar and yet at the same time it sounds very unique. Kind of a combination of some things you are already very well acquainted with. You know, vocals, they're not that new or original as such, but all those riffs are something like a little bit off. And by that I don't mean a negative way. I'm just saying that this is kind of a album that tries to avoid being labeled just under one subgenre and then just gone with it. Rather, Ketzer is creating this different kind of a melting pot, and the soup they're offering is at the same time just weird and also very nice. Overall, Cloud Collider is, in my opinion, very strong an album. It might be way too much of a blend or mix to be just like awesome greatness, but still I would say it is a really good album, very strong in its, say, uniqueness, and kind of fascinating to get on with those riffs and ideas that are not your typical extreme metal ones. So whether you are pondering, is this my cup of tea, or I don't like bands that go too much off-road from the genre, I'm liking it, I strongly suggested that you challenge yourself and just take a look at this album, give it a neutral chance if you will, and just listen to it and figure out on your own. This is one of the hardest albums this year for me to recommend because I like it a lot, but I find the lack of words describing it, what it fully is or tries to be, what it intends to be. It's kind of a hard mishmash of a thing, yet or things, and yet at the same time it's an enjoyable dish for people in extreme metal sense, post-metal or whatnot. So my words for Cloud Collider is a good album for all of us out there. See you soon with more reviews coming your way. Take care and bye bye.